What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday, and welcome to another Final Order Cutoff show. Let's shout out some people here in the chat. Well, he might not be in the chat anymore. Travel and Root Beer, Wesley's Comic Collection, Something Wong, Neighbor to the North is here. And we got Jason from Claiming Comics, and Professor Comics is here. Hope you guys are having a good Sunday. I am going to get this kicked off over with Lunar here. And so like I explain every week, and just as a reminder for anybody that's new to the chat or new to to watching this on the rewind, the Final Order Cutoff show that I'm doing here today is to talk about books that are on Final Order Cutoff for today and tomorrow. Lunar's cutoff is today, 5/23, and the books through previews cutoff is tomorrow, 5/24. And this is the last day that retailers can put in their orders for these books. So I want you guys to know about what is on this cutoff so that you are able to ensure that you get your books when they come out, rather than trying to hunt them down on eBay or some other secondary market and have to pay more for them. So starting out with Lunar. Lunar has DC Comics and it has Scout Comics. Scout Comics actually was at Pensacon that I was at Friday and Saturday. So that was pretty cool to see their booth set up. Jonathan Hedrick, the writer of The Recount, was there. David Byrne, the writer of Stake, was there. So super cool to meet them and to pick up some books from them. So let's kick it off here with DC Comics. We have Batman Fortnite 0.6 of 6. Again, if the main thing that people have been talking about with these books is for the extra Fortnite redeemable codes. And what we see here is that the sixth code will unlock a new Armored Batman Zero outfit for their Fortnite character. So you have to have all 6 codes, but this one is the last one that'll kick that off. There is a Kim Jung-ji cardstock variant for this as well. So it depends, I guess, on the LCS here, because some definitely, especially on the ratios, they go eBay prices. If your store is doing eBay prices for books that should be cover price, then it may be time to find a new LCS or order your books online somewhere. You can set up a pool box with Aegis Comics of Alaska by messaging them on Instagram or sending them an email. And then when you're ordering for the Lunar stuff, you shoot them an email for Lunar what you want. And then for the preview stuff, you just are going to go in and be able to click order or subscribe. So that's always an option if your LCS is doing some shady stuff like that. I understand for ratio books, they do tend to go a little bit closer to eBay prices. But for the regular price books, if they're jacking them up on release day to 3-4 times the price, that's unacceptable. That should not be happening. We have a trade paperback here, Batman the Dark Prince Charming. Collects issue 1 and 2 of that. And then here's one from Scout Comics' horror imprint, Black Caravan, number 3 of 3. There it loads. So this is one I haven't been reading, but looks like an interesting story. This is the conclusion to the series, so I'm probably gonna get this in a trade and just pick up that all together at some point. That is one of the Scout books on this week. And then we have Catwoman number 32 here from DC, written by Ram V. looks like we got different Catwoman costumes here in these pictures that he's dropping out of that book. But even more importantly, there is a Jenny Frison variant here, which has a really retro look here. I like the paint spatter in the background. Very cool. I picked up the 31 cover by Jenny Frison because it's beautiful. But I have not been reading Catwoman. I just really liked the cover art on that one. That one is a tempting one to pick up as well. So we have another Scout book here. It is from the Scoot imprint, so that is their younger reader imprint, called Claire and the Dragons. Villagers talk about the crazy old hermit Lontar who lives in the cave. They say he stands guard against dragons that will never come, creatures that only exist in his mind. Young Claire is the only one who believes him and has befriended the old outcast. She doesn't realize he has been training her to fight and telling her the ancient stories for a very special reason. He wants her to take its place and save the ungrateful people who mock them both. Enjoy the first issue of this non-stop title, followed by the entire story collected in one volume after that. So they've been doing this with some of their stories where they introduce you to the world and then they do a collected work of however many issues it ends up being. So one of the ones I'm thinking of that did that recently was Tart. They had issue 1 come out and then had issues 1 through 7 in a collected volume. So it kind of gets you teased into the story and then you will go for the trade after that. Yes, I've heard some people have been doing that, doing the cheaper ordering services. Saves a lot of money. You do miss out on that Wednesday new comic book day, but it's definitely cheaper. You just have a different new comic book day at that point. What's up? Comics Talk Weekly is here, and welcome in Trent as well. Comics Talk Weekly also does a online ordering service for the most part, but we'll pick up some books at his store, I believe. Moving in, we've got Flash 771, which is slowly loading here. Wow, that is slowly loading. But this is a cool cover. Brandon Peterson is doing the cover here for cover A. I don't know why the lunar images load significantly slower than the ones on Diamond, but here we are. All right. Moving on over, there is a Brett Booth cardstock variant as well. So we're talking about Legion of Doom, Teen Titans Academy, Max Mercury's Wild West Origins, and a whole lot more. Focusing on Wally West here. And then Future State Wonder Woman is getting a trade paperback here. And we have Justice League number 63 with a David Marquez cover A. And Naomi featured prominently on the cover here. We also have a backup Justice League Dark story. So that actually, like, I'm tempted to read Justice League for the backup Justice League Dark stories. Sounds more interesting, honestly. And then we've got a cool cover here by Dan Panosian, Justice League written out there on the ground. Ha ha ha, Nola. We have, so speaking of, since I know what time zone I'm in right now, we will have the rescheduled interview with Matthew Ehrman and Lisa Sturl at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. So please come back by the channel at that time, and we will be doing the interview then. I completely messed up what time zone I was in. I thought Pensacola was in the Eastern time zone, but that is apparently not true at all. So I completely messed that up. Legends of the Dark Knight is on to issue number 2. This is written and drawn by Derek Robertson. His epic Bad Night, Good Night story is continuing here. This looks phenomenal, this cover especially. A new quizzical force is at work in Gotham City. I think, is this the... I was seeing something about a new Riddler-like character that was not the Riddler, but could be wrong. That's an awesome cover too, by Riley Rossmo, who's the artist on Harley Quinn. And then, of course, as always, we have a Riccardo Federici cardstock variant in this one of the Joker. These have been going on for a little bit, so I imagine we're getting close to the end of these covers being done. And it'll be interesting to see after these where they go with the 1 in 25s, if they've got a new cover theme in mind. And so, speaking of Matthew Ehrman and Lisa Sturl, this is a scout book that they did, Long Lost. It's getting a new Prestige edition format and a new cover here by Sweeney Boo. So this is one I'm definitely getting. I have read issue number 1 of this, but I have not gotten to read the rest of it. So this is my opportunity here to get that ordered in. So it's awesome. Nightwing 81. Of course, we just had the introduction of a new character, Heartless. And so we're going to see what happens here as that villain gets established. Will they be a long-going villain of Nightwing, or will they just be a one-off and gone? We'll have to wait and see about that. But you do have this awesome cover here that looks a little lifelike, or maybe video game-like here, by Raphael Grassetti. And then there is a Pride Month cardstock variant here of him on the flagpole with the Pride flag. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You is on to issue number 110. And then Static is back in the comics here. We have a new series, Static Season 1, number 1 of 6, written by Vita Ayala, art by Chris Cross, Nicholas Draper Ivy, and cover art here by Carrie Randolph. So those of you that have been waiting to read another Static story, here is your chance. It is back, and we have a lot of cool covers, including what looks like an homage to the original Static Shock cover here. But lots of good art. This is a cardstock 1 in 25, Dennis Cowan. Cardstock cover here by Nicholas Draper Ivy, and another cardstock variant here, which just looks like he is getting electrified, getting it up, going there with his powers. And then we have an Oliver Copiel foil cardstock variant, but this is one of those team variants where the store has to order 250 of the book in order to get this, and then it's open order after that. So a little bit harder for the smaller shops to get that, but you should probably be able to pre-order that from a larger shop. We have a Suicide Squad Case Files trade paperback, a Superman Man of Tomorrow trade paperback, and then Truth and Justice is onto issue number 5. While this is not specifically a Pride variant, this is a cover A. This does feature a Pride character on the cover here, and it looks like they've labeled it as such there. So Batwoman's trying to take some time to herself, get away from Gotham City, but an urban legend in an Appalachian town catches her attention and gets her into trouble. And here is a Yasmin Pucci cardstock variant with her on the cover as well. Yeah, that is not that's not very good that they just jack prices up just based off of speculation and they don't even give you a chance to buy a book. Especially when it's been pre-ordered and it's on your pool list and it's in your box. That is not okay. I would say that is the time for me myself that I would not go to that store and I would order everything online. Um, like I said, if you don't like your LCS, hit up Aegis Comics of Alaska and see if you can set up a pool box with them. I have a discount code down in the description as well, Sparks15, save you 15%. But yeah, that's just unacceptable behavior from an LCS. But yeah, Wonder Girl #2 is here. Joelle Jones doing the writing, the art, and the cover art. Her first issue just came out, so here it is, keeping her story going. I have to imagine they plan on having her story go for a while. This is a beautiful cover here by Will Murai, cardstock variant. And then we have a Pride Month cardstock variant, which is also very, very well drawn here by Kevin Wada. And then the other big new one from DC coming out here is Wonder Woman Black and Gold. So we had Superman Red and Blue, we had Batman Black and White. So Wonder Woman Black and Gold with a cover A by Jen Bartel. This is again a multiple people writing and drawing this: John Arcudi, Amy Reeder, Becky Cloonan, AJ Mendez, and Nadia Shamas on writing, and Ryan Sook, Amy Reeder, Becky Cloonan, Ming Doyle, and Morgan Beam on the art on the inside. We also have a Josh Middleton variant here. All of these are very good covers. They definitely make use of the black and the gold in the covers. See, we got one by Yannick Paquette. I don't think there's a bad cover here. We have a 1 in 25 by Ramona Fredant and Sandra Hope. Her shooting out of old pages of Wonder Woman. And then lastly, we have a Wonder Woman Lords and Liars trade paperback here. So that is 523. Now, normally it's every week that we have a FOC from Lunar, but coming up, we have Memorial Day. So the next FOC is actually 4 days from now. So that puts it at Thursday that we will have another Final Order Cutoff from Lunar. And so I figured let's go through that and talk about that now, because you might as well get those orders in well in advance. Oh, man. Let's see. New releases 250. Okay, so they're talking about some other ways to get your books to avoid having this issue. Yeah. If you pre-order a book, you don't upcharge on release day. That unless the only things that you can charge more for are ratios. Yeah. Yes. Thursday for the next FOC due to Memorial Day. So let's talk about these here. We have Action Comics 1032, Mikkel Janin, Julian Totino on cover B. So remember, the first ones we were just talking about were the ones that are due today. These are the ones that will be due on Thursday. What's up, Copy? Hi, Caroline. Won't tell anybody that you're watching while you're working. Oh, apparently everybody's doing that. Awesome, guys. We got Batman Reptilian #1 of 6, Liam Sharp cardstock variant here. Garth Ennis is doing the writing on this one. So this looks like an awesome cover here by Liam Sharp. And then we have a cover B by Cully Hamner. Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be something pretty interesting to read. We have a Bill Sienkiewicz cover here as well. Fantastic. Batman Superman is on to issue number 19. We got what appears to be a Western issue here. So that's awesome. Yeah, here's our DC guy copy. Batman Superman is a great read. I mean, a Western version here of Batman and Superman. In a different reality. I'll be there for that. There's a cardstock Greg Capullo cover. Should be coming out very soon, if not already. Yeah, that's just unacceptable. A lot of places did that too, where they sold the free book for not free, which is just completely ridiculous. If I guess if they were a Bad Idea store and this was coming from Bad Idea, they would have all lost their ability to sell the books. Yeah. There's the cover A here by Jason Moore for By the Horns #3. This is a excellent series. I read issue #1 of this. Really like it. And there's an unlockable cover B here by Mark Dos Santos. And you have to have ordered at least 10 copies of By the Horns #3 to unlock that. We have a new series from DC. That's a 6-issue series called Checkmate. Is by Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev. So that is an awesome reunion of that team. Dark forces of Leviathan have torn through the DC universe, and now no one can be trusted. And that's why you find out in Justice League #63. Well, I guess spoilers for Justice League #63. I'll stop reading that. Checkmate #1 also has a cover B by Matt Taylor with Green Arrow on the cover here. And then Detective Comics 1038 is on this cutoff. Dan Mora cover here. That is a fantastic cover right there. Epic battle taking place in Gotham City. I mean, when is there not an epic battle taking place in Gotham City? Batman and Mr. Worth are locked in a deadly duel involving a rocket launcher, a micro cave subterranean system, and a whole lot of bloody knuckles. Can Huntress save Lady Clayface before the entire city collapses from underneath itself? Plus, the insidious Vial makes his move, and boy, is it ugly. Featuring March of the Penguin. We got a Penguin backup story going on here. We need a fan-run Better Business Bureau of comic shops. We really do. Absolutely. Yeah, Checkmate actually caught my attention there. And I'm not reading a lot of DC stuff, but even knowing the team here, Brian Michael Bendis and Alex Maleev, I loved their run on Daredevil. So that might be enough to get me into it. Green Arrow is in this. I'm probably going to check out issue #1. And so Detective Comics has a Lee Bermejo cardstock variant here as well. Electric Black #1 has a second printing that is coming on this Final Order Cutoff, which looks fantastic here with the green. And then we're getting a Green Arrow 80th anniversary, 100-page super spectacular Dan Mora doing the cover art here. That's 100 pages for $9.99. That's not too bad there. We got, of course, then some variants here. Daniel Warren Johnson, 1950s variant. And Neil Adams, 1960s variant with Green Lantern on the cover there. A Derek Chu 1970s variant of him and Black Canary. It's interesting. We have a cover A and we go C, D, E. So I don't know where B is. And then this is a Gary Frank 1980s variant. This should be our 90s variant. This one's by Howard Porter. They all do really stick to that vibe. I like it. Simone DeMeo doing a 2010s variant, which looks really cool. And that is all for the Green Arrow there. Harley Quinn number 4 with a cover A by Riley Rossmo. Stephanie Phillips doing the writing on this. And cover B is always here, a Derek Chu cardstock variant, which I love the Derek Chu covers for this. They've been great. Looks like Harley has a Batman cape going on here, which is fantastic. Absolutely love that. That's what I'm hearing. Detective Comics has been really good. What's going on, Sith? Yep. Yeah. Detective's been killing it. So we also, though, have a cover C here for Harley Quinn number 4, a Chris Anka Pride Month cardstock variant, which features Poison Ivy and Harley. This is definitely one to get. Absolutely awesome cover there. And then we have, we had Infinite Frontier number 0 before. Now we have Infinite Frontier number 1 of 6. Josh Williamson on the writing, art by Zermanico. I've not heard that artist, with Mitch Gerads on the cover art. When our heroes saved the multiverse from Perpetua and Dark Knight's death metal, everything was put back where it belonged, and we do mean everything. All the damage from all the crises was undone, and heroes long thought gone returned from whatever exile they'd been in. Most of them, at least. Alan Scott, the Green Lantern from the Justice Society of America, has noticed some of his allies are still missing in action. He's determined to find them. There are others, though, who would rather remain hidden than explain themselves, like Roy Harper, a.k.a. Arsenal, a man who should be dead but now is not. Plus, what does all this mean for the DCU's place in the multiverse? On opposite sides of a dimensional divide, both Barry Allen and President Superman ponder this question, not to mention the dark side of it all, or a team of multiversal heroes called Justice Incarnate. So I'm assuming Copy is definitely picking up this. This sounds like an interesting crossover kind of event going on within DC. And we have a Secret Files one-shot within this Infinite Frontier thing going on. This does include a story about Roy Harper. So 6 stories in print for the very first time. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Copy looked like you guys were having fun at the comic swap yesterday. Definitely looked like a great time. And yeah, there he is. Excited about Infinite Frontier. We have Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom, number 2 of 6, with a cover A by Yannick Paquette here. And then a crazy cover here by Fico Ocio. Wow. That's some really cool art. From Scout Comics Rabid World number 2. I absolutely loved issue number 1 of this, so I'm glad to see that issue 2 is finally going to be coming out. Looks like in stores June 23rd. I already added this to my pool list. Todd Sinani on the writing, Oleg Okunev on the art inside and on the cover. DC's gonna make you go broke. That's great. Robin's on to issue number 3. Looks like we have someone who's his ultimate competition, and it's not being revealed yet. I'm assuming it's whoever the shadow character is. Mysterious fighter trained by the League of Shadows. Absolutely, right there. What's up, Bricks? The Iron Geek is in the house. This here, though, this Francis Manipal cover is pretty cool. Cool, like not negative space, but it's kind of more simplistic colors there. Question mark, who is it? Ruby Justice. Flash right there. And we've got some trade paperbacks here. And to wrap it up, we've got Teen Titans Academy number 4, covered by Rafa Sandoval. Who is Red X? Students of the Titans Academy want to know, and they want to know now. After infiltration of the school by the Suicide Squad, 3 unlikely students launch their own investigation into the mysterious figure's true identity and motivation. What they find is shocking and surprising, if any of it is actually true. I'm assuming these are our 3 characters that are launching the investigation. Did I freeze? Okay, I guess I'm back. All right. Sorry, guys. I did not realize that because I could not see that screen while I was over in this one. So I will just keep an eye on the chat, see if I freeze again. Teen Titans Academy has a cover B cardstock variant here with Nightwing and Starfire on the cover. And then a Pride Month one where they're hanging the Pride flag from the Teen Titans Academy tower. And then lastly, we have Wonder Woman number 774 with a cool, like, Greek kind of pottery style art here on the cover by Travis Moore. It also has a backup story of the adventures of young Diana. And then this awesome cover here by Joshua Middleton. All right, so that will wrap up everything that's within the next week for Final Order Cutoffs. And that gives us a little bit of a break from Final Order Cutoffs till June 6th from DC. But there's 2 weeks of cutoff here to take a look at from Lunar, which is DC and Scout. So we'll head on over into the previews catalog and start out with Image Comics. And starting off, we have a new series from Image called Compass. This is issue number 1 of 5. We have Greg. Wait, what? Okay, so this is a continuation of a previous series of Compass with a new direction in the adventure. To be honest, I have not seen anything about this story yet, so I am learning about it with you guys right now. Looks pretty solid, though, on the interiors here. We have someone who is a scholar, cartographer, astronomer, mathematician, scientist, explorer, adventurer, and when need be, a two-fisted fighter, setting out from Baghdad's legendary House of Wisdom during the Islamic Golden Age. Her quest is to bring brings her to 13th century Britain, where the Welsh are whispered to possess the secret of eternal life. But Shahi's not the only one after it. Cool. So, interesting new series here from Image. We've got a trade paperback of Volume 3 of Family Tree. Geiger #1 is going to a 4th printing, which is a differently covered color here. And Geiger #2 is getting a 2nd printing, which is just a black and white version of the cover A. What's up? Lewis is in the house. Mr. Shadow Rabbit Clay Guy. How are you doing today? Compass definitely does sound interesting. Good Asian, issue #1 of 10 is getting a 2nd printing here. Different cover art than previously. And Home is on issue #3 of 5. We've got 2 covers, a cover A by Lisa Sturl and a cover B by Jacoby Salcido. But definitely both showing a little bit of our heroes' powers here. Ice Cream Man #24 is getting a 2nd printing, which is it's like a slightly different telethon cover here. And then we all know about Jupiter's Legacy and the Netflix show. There's a new story in this world starting here. Jupiter's Legacy Requiem #1 of 12. Mark Millar still writing, of course, on this. And it's a double-sized issue, $5.99 price tag because of that. But all is not well in the Garden of Eden as the Sampson family gets ripped apart and the secrets of the Netflix show's mysterious island begin to be revealed. I like how they tell people to order big. There is a cover B here, a cover C black and white here, which is that, and then a cover D, which looks awesome by Jock here. I believe there was then one more cover that it showed. Cover E, a Netflix variant, showing off all the characters from the Netflix show. Cover F by Oscar Yildirim. And there'll be a cover G that's a blank variant. And let's see, is there any ratios? We have a 1 in 10 incentive foil variant here as well. And that should be it. This is a trade paperback of Volume 1. And Radiant Black #4 is going to a 2nd printing at the same time that we have Radiant Black #5 on FOC. This will end the first story arc of Radiant Black here, with a cover B here by Diego Greco, which is pretty cool. It's got the robot kind of alien creature in the background. And a 1 in 25, which is phenomenal, just like all the other 1 in 25s they've been doing. This one by Serg Acuna. Let's see what else we got going on. Louise wondering, are folks enjoying the Netflix show for Jupiter's Legacy? Let's I don't see anybody saying one way or another, but yeah, it is the 4th Jupiter series that they have done. So they will have after this tons and tons of material to continue the series for Netflix with. So definitely, if you're into Jupiter's Legacy, is definitely a book to pick up. I really like the Jock cover on this. Phil's saying he liked the show and read the first series, so that's good to know that the series didn't make you not like the show, because That'd be bad if it was, that different from it. We have a dissenting opinion here. Kilgore Trout saying Jupiter's Legacy show is terrible. And then Neighbor of the North saying that they like the show. Louis dropped Netflix from his pool. So he has not been able to see it. I haven't gotten the chance to even try to play it yet, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Perpetual. I said Jock. Look at that one. That is a nice Jock cover. He is not on cover A of this. Not sure which A cover he's on. But we do have, after Radiant Black, we have Silver Coin issue number 3. Chip Zdarsky writing this one. Michael Walsh is always doing the cover art and the interior art here. And then cover B by Anand Radhakrishnan. That is crazy looking cover here. Wow. Absolutely crazy looking. And I think I heard that Silver Coin is going to be ongoing now. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. It's very CW-esque. Okay, interesting. The Jupiter's Legacy. So I can see why people would not be too big of a fan of that then. Hyper Combo, what's going on? Welcome in. Yes, Silver Coin is now an ongoing monthly book. So that is really cool that they were able to get that much excitement behind it and be able to turn it into something like that. Reaper Scoob's Comic Book Den. Welcome in. Silver Coin number 2 was so good. Absolutely. Perpetual's calling a second printing of this, but black and white. Hey, you might be right. They Image likes to do that kind of thing. Let's see who else is. Let's see. CW, but exploding heads. Okay, I mean, I'm down for exploding heads. Let's keep going. We got Stillwater number 8 by Chip Zdarsky. So Chip's got his issue of Silver Coin coming on this FOC, and then he also has his book here, Stillwater, with Mike Spicer and Ramon K. Perez. And then a cover B, which is a Pride Month variant here. We haven't had a cover B for Stillwater in a while, if ever, I don't think. And it's Gabrielle Kari on the cover art. Time Before Time, issue number 1 is getting a second print, which is pretty cool. It looks pretty similar to the first print, but the story is excellent. So if you have not gotten to pick up Time Before Time number 1, I would recommend checking that one out. Yeah, Silver Coin, Stillwater, both excellent series so far. That's Radiant Black second print. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. Very cool for issue number 4. Let's see. Here we go. I always love when he drops these. We have not gotten down to Save Yourself yet, but that is among my top picks. You Promised Me Darkness third print is up there as well for me. God Killer Tomorrow's Ashes, I am not sure what that is. We will have to check it out when we get down there. But speaking of Time Before Time, we have issue number 2 here. Oops, that's the cover B, and there's the cover A here by Declan Shalvey. Let's see. All right, moving on. We've got Ultra Mega number 4. This is the end of the story arc. 44 pages of story. We finally get a new Ultra Mega Anointed. So we get then Ultra Mega versus Kaiju King for the future of humanity. I don't know when then the next Ultra Mega is going to happen, because I know that it's going to be part of the Skybound X crossover event. Beyond that, maybe then we'll hit volume number 2 afterwards. Get a little break in there. And then we have a cover B here by Pope and Spicer, followed by a Pride Month variant here. And let's see, that was 445. Let me pull up. There's some ratios. Maybe not there. I believe there are some ratios. If it wants to find them, that would be awesome. We shall go over here to find them instead. Let's see. So issue number 4, maybe not. Does not look like it. Never mind. There have been ratios on like every one of these Ultra Megas, but apparently not this time. Just catching up on the chat here. Yeah, I liked Ultra Mega issue number 1. Issue number 2 was okay. If it didn't have such a high price tag, I'd probably be in for the whole thing. But with the price tag, I actually bowed out after issue number 2. The Walking Dead Deluxe, of course, the colored version of The Walking Dead. I believe, is this the Dave Raposa? Was he doing the connecting covers? Hyper would know, because he knows all about every connecting cover. I believe there was another connecting cover set happening, though. Skybound X is going to be coming out every week. That's unfortunate. That might make me not read that. I might stick around for 1 or 2 issues with that. Okay, yeah, so this is part of the connecting covers. Dave Raposa doing the art. I mean, it's awesome cover art here. It's fantastic, but I can't go in all for that. Moving into Dark Horse now, we have a couple things here: trade paperbacks, hardcovers, and we have Grendel, Devil's Odyssey, number 7 of 8. It's pretty cool cover there. Matt Wagner, Brennan Wagner, and then a cover B, Rob Gilroy on the art on that one. House of Lost Horizons, issue number 2 of 5, Mike Mignola. This is second installment of the new Mignolaverse mystery. So this is a new one here. Yeah, no, I hear you, Hyper. That is a beautiful connecting cover set, but it's hard to go for every one of them, because it's gonna hurt your wallet a lot. Norse Mythology is on volume 2, issue number 1, with Neil Gaiman, of course, co-writing with P. Craig Russell. And then we have another cover here by David Mack. He did the cover Bs for the first volume of this, and he's going to be doing them again, it looks like, which is awesome to hear. This is a 6-issue miniseries continuing on his Norse mythology stuff, which he had a book about Norse mythology, I believe this is all based on. We have Rangers of the Divide number 2 of 4 here. Megan Huang doing the writing and the art. And issue 1 just came out this week. This is the debut comic series written and illustrated by comic artist Megan Huang. Dragons, mythical beasts, and sci-fi technology. That cover B looks like a Sandman cover. Yeah, I could see that a little bit. That stuff going on in the background, and it's Neil Gaiman, so kind of fits in. So moving out of Dark Horse, we have IDW. We've got G.I. Joe, American Hero, number 283. We have a cover A here by Andrew Griffith, and then a cover B by Freddie Williams II, which honestly looks a little bit more D&D-esque. He's the artist on The Bequest right now, and seeing the crossbow kind of makes me think of that. Also from IDW, we have Godzilla, Monsters and Protectors, issue number 3. This is more of a younger reader-oriented one, but it is still Godzilla, and we still have these photo variants on cover B, which are from the original movie here. So that's pretty cool. I don't remember if there was a ratio on this one. There is. Oh, dang, look at that. See his insides here. This is a ratio by Jorge Monlongo. Shows what happens when he eats people. Shows them. That is super cool. I dig that. Moving on, we got Sonic the Hedgehog number 41. Still, I mean, a lot of the IDW stuff, like Sonic and Godzilla, they seem to be pretty young adult or kid oriented. So here's a ratio though for this Sonic book. Yeah, Lou streaming from the plane. That would not go very well. Oh man, I don't even know what they're talking about here. Something about somebody not being Phil's hostage. No, I did DC first. I went through all the lunar stuff, and did the 1 in 25. Dennis Cowan was excellent. The homage to the Static Shock number 1. Yep, did that. I do lunar separate. Go through, and I did both the 523 and 527 FOC for lunar, since they aren't doing it next Sunday because of Memorial Day. And then we've got Star Trek Year 5, issue number 21, and I am betting we have a 1 in 10 on this one as well. There it is. JJ Lendl on the variant. That's pretty interesting. I like that. And then we have Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 5. Daniel Jose Older on the writing, Harvey Tolubao on art, cover art. And this one has a ratio which I believe will end the connecting cover set for the 1 in 10 ratios that started with that Yoda one. This should be concluding that connecting set. So I will then stop getting the 1 in 10 ratios for these once I have all of that. Wow, it's like somebody said Lou, and there he is. I figured you would be traveling today, so I did not. Yeah, no worries, man. Hope you guys had fun in Connecticut. That was pretty cool that you guys made that trip over there. Oh, have a safe flight, and we'll talk to you guys when you get to Alaska. So let's see what else we got here. Usagi Yojimbo number 20. Of course, Stan Sakai. And let's see, is there a ratio this time? There is a 1 in 10 by Jesus Hervas. Nice art here, very much fits the style. And then we have a Voyage to the Stars trade paperback from the Sci-Fi Comedy Podcast. Of course, like I said, we already talked about DC. So let's move into Marvel. We got Alien number 4 here. As always, Inhook Lee doing a crazy awesome cover. And then there is a Lashley. Oh, that was not the next one. There is apparently a Oliver Copiel cover. This is probably one of the ratios on this one. And then a Ken Lashley Alien variant here as well, which looks freaking phenomenal. Let's make sure there's not another ratio on this. There is not. I don't think Gamma Flight's on this. We have a trade paperback here, or rather an epic collection of Black Widow. We have Captain America Annual number 1. This is a part of the Infinite Destinies event. Captain America versus Overtime. The fugitive known as Overtime broke out of death row when the Time Stone chose to bond with his soul, giving him powers he barely understood. Now, thanks to Captain America, his time is up. We also have the second part of Super Spy versus Super Spy, which is Nick Fury versus Agent Coulson. What's up? Real Rude 6 is in the house from Big Little City Collectors. Let's see. We have a variant which features Cap and Overtime here on the cover by Travis Charest. And then there is a Deadpool variant as well by Rob Liefeld. And a Ron Lim connecting variant, which is part of all of the annuals that are part of this Infinite Destinies event are going to have these connecting variants and will all connect to each other. Let's just take a look if there's any other variants here. That one we already know about. That is not this. 37, 36, 35, 34. Nope. Nothing else in there seemingly. So moving on, trade paperbacks here. And then Peach Momoko is continuing her Demon Days series with Demon Days Mariko number 1 here, which is the Black Widow centric story. And so her kind of Japanese version of this story and her art style, she is writing and drawing this whole thing, of course. So People really liked the first series with Psylocke and Venom in it and some other characters. But it's going to keep on. We've got cover art here by Mahmoud Ajrar, which is pretty cool and actually does fit her style pretty well. This one, though, if you're gonna just get one for a cover, I think this is just the cover to buy here. This is Jen Bartel doing the cover art. This is just beautiful, beautiful art here. And then Demon Days Mariko #1 with cover art by Gurihiro. And then I believe we've got a couple more. This just keeps going. J. Scott Campbell variant here. And a Stan Sakai variant here, which that's pretty cool. Really cool. Hey, what's up? Flicks and Comics is here. How are you doing, Jojo? Finally, we have a Jeffrey Varege variant. Beautiful style here. I love it. I'm pretty sure we're going to have some ratios in there as well. Not Ultra. What am I typing? Demon Days. Mariko. Let's check this out. We have lots of covers here. We have a design variant, which that's probably going to be a high ratio. This has got to be an exclusive, a Rose Besh variant. We got a trade and a Virgin cover. There's going to be a Momoko version, probably for cover A. That's going to be a ratio. David Mack, that's got to be a store variant there. Kale New is doing a series, cover A, cover B, trade version, and cover C here. Different cover. That is got to be a store exclusive as well. And Bartel Virgin's probably a ratio. I don't know what this one would be. I think it's Amanda Connor on the art. Maybe a ratio, maybe a store. Hey, what's going on? We got Marvel Comics 67 here. Welcome in. So we'll move on from Demon Days and head into Fantastic Four number 33 with cover art by Mark Brooks, The Bride of Doom Part 2 Royal Wedding. We'll see if this wedding actually takes place or if Johnny Storm ends up messing it up like I think is going to happen. We have another Deadpool 30th anniversary Rob Liefeld cover here. And a Spider-Man villains variant here with Sandman, it looks like. Following that, we have the last Heroes Reborn issue number 7. Let's just go into this. We got Artsy Designs here. How are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Sunday to you too, said Pool. Oops. Well, welcome back to live. These, as always, have multiple covers for Heroes Reborn. I have not been and probably will not ever read the Heroes Reborn series. It's just a weird crossover mashup event to me. But there are some really cool covers on it. We have a cover by Jeffrey Varege there. That's probably a ratio. I think those have been the 1 in 50s. We have a Patrick Gleason variant cover here for Hyperion. This could be a cool way for them to bring Hyperion back into, back into the usual. We have a trading card variant here of Thor, saying he's a super villain. What's interesting is, I think these are all supposed to connect. Like you'd get a sheet of trading cards and have them connecting on that. Then we have a action figure cover for Captain America, Fallen Super Soldier, followed by a Coelho Stormbreakers variant here, where it looks like he's dropping his batarangs because it's Nighthawk. He's essentially Batman. No surprise there. And that is... I don't think that's on here. Nope. So then we've got Heroes Reborn, Weapon X, and Final Flight #1. In a world without the Avengers, Squadron Supreme protects and defends the interests of America, but where does that leave a country like Canada? The Great White North is now a wasteland. Their forests are scorched, their provinces annexed, their people barely surviving. Who will stand up and protect them from the supremacy of the Squadron? Weapon X and Final Flight. We got some Alpha Flight characters here, along with Wolverine. There is a variant here by David Yarden, which Wolverine looks strangely small. Not super into that. All right. So moving on from that, we got some trade paperbacks again here. And then Mighty Valkyries #3 of 5, Children of the Afterlife, with Craven the Hunter stalking Jane Foster on Midgard, and the newest Valkyrie fighting for her soul on Perdita. Carnilla, the Queen of Hell, working a miracle in the land of the dead. So we also have a Ryan Gonzalez variant here, which is really cool. This is the Spider-Man's villain variant, but it looks like you're playing a video game and selecting your character here. I am definitely into this. This is pretty cool. And a Pride Month variant here by Phil Jimenez. And if this is anything like the Black Cat one from last week, there's going to be a virgin version of that. There it is. That will be a ratio. And that might be it. Yep. And Miles Morales is on to issue number 27, continuing the Clone Saga. Who's the clone here? Ooh, excuse me. Nobody will know. I mean, it's probably this one. That looks like more like Miles, but secrets and origins of the clones are revealed, and the truth is horrifying. This is the issue you won't forget anytime soon, and neither will Miles. What's up? Jay Ramirez is in the house. Got the kid this weekend. Awesome. Glad you guys have been having a fun time. Appreciate you making it in here, man. There is a Rose Besh variant here on issue number 27. Everybody's been digging her art style, and so here she is doing a Sinister Villains of Spider-Man cover here with one of the Doc Ock versions here, the one specifically that gets portrayed in the movie, but is, I think, the Ultimate version. I can't remember. And we've got New Mutants here, so of course that means we've got lots of different covers to look at. We have a cover A by Martin Simmons, who is the cover artist for Department of Truth, and I gotta say this just fits perfectly. That looks awesome. We have a character design variant cover B with Mirage, with Warlock, Karma, Magic, and Warpath on it. This is by Alex Lins. And then we have a Dodderman connecting variant here. So I don't know if Hyper's going all in on the connecting for the X-Men titles here for the Gala. There are fewer Gala titles than there were X of Swords titles, so maybe he will. What did I just do? And then even crazier is the 1 in 50 design variant here with Rachel Summers on the cover. Just looks crazy, almost looks a little Carnage like, honestly. And that is done, of course, by Russell Dodderman. And I believe that is it for the ratios. That's usually the 1 in 50 is that Dodderman variant there. Planet Size X-Men number 1. This is part of the gala here. And we have a Terry Dotson cover A. Hey, it's been so long. I have not seen anything about Doomsday Clock in a while. So thank you for bringing it back, Doomsday Clock, and for being here and watching. We've got a cover here by Pepe Larraz, gala cover with, honestly, I think Rogue's outfit in this is one of the best designs of all of them. Phenomenal. A Oliver Copiel cover here with Storm on the cover. Here's our 1 in 50 Dodderman Storm design variant for the gala. And then we missed this one here, the Dodderman connecting variant with Jean Grey right there on the cover. That puts it at, I think it is 12. So it'll be 12 covers that will connect and make that red carpet scene there. Yeah, that Copiel cover is phenomenal. That is a ratio cover as well. I did not see what ratio it is though. Oh, hail Doomsday Clock. See, so Hyper is actually going to skip the gala. X-Tiles are going overboard. They find religion. We learn that their corporation next week at 6-issue mini regarding Krakoa meal prep. It looks like we are getting invaded by the Doomsday Clock people. As in, the Doomsday Clock person who has 20 different accounts keeps making new ones because he keeps getting blocked from everything. The Copiel is a 1 in 50, so they'll have a 1 in 50 Copiel, a 1 in 50 Russell Dodderman design variant. Nice. So moving on from Planet Size X-Men, which I don't think I showed this cover. There's a 90s variant here by Ron Lim. So moving on from that, we have Star Wars number 14. There's a Byrne Pride variant here. And then a John Tyler Christopher action figure variant with a B-Wing pilot. And a Sprouse Lucasfilms 50th anniversary variant here. And then here's the cover A. Usually cover A gets listed first. But this is part of the War of the Bounty Hunters. Rebels finally have a lead on location of Han Solo, and it's time to save the captain of the Millennium Falcon from his frozen carbonite tomb. A Jedi, and a Wookiee will mount a desperate rescue mission, but they have no idea what actually awaits them. We see some Dr. Aphra trade paperback volume 2 and volume 7. Taskmaster trade paperback. Wolverine Red, Black, White, and Blood trade paperback. And then we move into the X Corp number 2. And all of the variants that are going to go for the gala, including a 1 in 50 Russell Dodderman Monet design variant. So Penance design variant. A connecting variant here, which has Angel on it. A regular design variant here featuring Mastermind, Celine, Madrix, and Sunspot. And that is all. So a little bit fewer for X Corp, but this is issue number 2 of the X Corp book, Shark in the Water. After their debut, they've got fences to mend, hands to shake, and most importantly, a board to staff, with Jamie Magic's top-class dupes staffing the Hellfire Gala. CXOs Monet and Angel must stalk the dance floor and hope they don't get preyed on themselves. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I miss Alexander. Oh, well, okay. That's something. Hey, you guys are just giving me views, so keep on trolling all you want. All right, Perpetual, here's how you do it. You go make that Doomsday Clock video that they want, and all 600 of them will subscribe, and you'll be at 1,000. All 6,000 Alexander Bavich accounts will go subscribe. Krakoa meal prep would be the most interesting thing Marvel put out this year. Oh my god. Yeah, let's go sub up Perpetual. He's a great dude, and he's got some great videos on his channel, so go hit him up, get him to 200. Dynamite. Looks like we've got some trade paperbacks from them. We have Sacred 6 number 10. We have Sonya Versal number 5, which is the Red Sonya fighting all these different Red Sonyas. Some are good, some are bad. And that's it from Dynamite. We'll keep moving into Boom Studios. We got Angel and Spike trade paperback. Berserker number 2 is on to its 3rd printing, and this cover art here is just the 4th printing of the issue number 1, but it's a non-foil variant is what it looks like. Maybe slightly different color. It's a little bit more red, but it's the same type of cover art. There we go. That should get you almost to 200. Hopefully. We've got Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tea Time number 1. With this is written by Mirka Andolfo with art by Sia Ohm and cover art by Mirka Andolfo. That's a pretty cool team there to be putting together the book. We also have Firefly, brand new verse number 4 of 6. Christina Kalita on the cover art here. I really dug issue number 1. I ended up not continuing just because of the number of stories I'm trying to read. And yeah, this is, I think, a really cool new series. It's a mini series of kind of the future Firefly area with some younger people in it, but we've also got Zoe still in it. We've got some other people from the original crew that pop in. That's great. I love it. Thanks, Jojo. Hit the like button. Yeah. Braille variant of Doomsday Clock. Here we go. Yeah, the Berserker Men's Warehouse edition. I like it. I like it, Sith. We'll keep it moving. There is a cover B by Veronica Fish for brand new verse. There should be a 1 in 10 here by Carrie Randolph. And then we'll probably have a 1 in 25 version of that one. And a 1 in... Okay, we stopped there. Jim Henson's Storyteller Tricksters is on the final issue here. Number 4 of 4. These covers have been done by Peach Momoko. This is from the Archaea imprint of Boom. There is a cover B here by Danny Pendergast. And that is it for that one. There might be I don't remember if these have had ratios or not. There is a version of the cover A by Peach Momoko. Luna is on its final issue, finally. Family of the Sun turns on Lux, leading to a final confrontation between him and Teresa, and with it, the chance to restore the natural order. Cover art and story and interior art by Maria Lovette. And we have a cover B, though, that is even better. Justine Franny killing it, as always, on this cover here. X-rated Doomsday Clock. X-Clock. Oh, that's amazing. And now the new series from Boom. It's a mini series of 4 issues that is targeted younger audience. It's Boom Box, but still seems like a very good story for all ages to read. What if magical girls weren't Earth's champions at all? Ao, Fel, and Jen, better known as the Lovely Trio, first burst onto the scene 5 years ago when they saved Earth from a surprise space monster attack. Since then, everyone, including Gigi, whose brother died as a bystander in a Lovely Trio battle, idolizes them as superheroic pop icons. But when Gigi witnesses the Lovely Trio battling a monster firsthand and sees something that causes her to question everything she thought she knew about her heroes, a magical new series from the team behind Pandora's Legacy, writer Bones Leopard and artists Kelly and Nicole Matthews. That's perfect for fans of Sailor Moon and Wind. And just to show you a little bit of, this is not what the interior art looks like. Don't get worried. This is just a story about them. And then here's the real interior art. This is more of the real story. She's playing a game here on the left, and I'm digging this. This looks like a good story here. I'm going to be getting this one for sure. There is a cover B by Stephanie Gonzaga featuring one of the girls. I'm assuming probably each issue would feature one of them. And a 1 in 10 incentive, which is just the version of cover A, followed by a version of cover B for the 1 in 25, and lastly, a 1 in 50 cover by Kevin Wada with all of them on the cover and a phone picture variant thing of them. So I'm definitely looking forward to this series. It's on my pull list, so that's the new book this week that I'm looking forward to. I know Perpetual also was looking forward to that one. How many Something is Killing the Children variants did I order for issue 16? Store variants, like 2. Did not go down that rabbit hole. And then, and in terms of actually for the issue itself, I only went for the 1 in 25 and then the cover A and B. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You trying to get me to, read things aloud? Yes, and that's an important thing to note here. Get your pre-orders in for the library edition hardcover for Something is Killing the Children. If you're looking for it's the slipcover version of it, and then another hardcover version as well. Slipcase is pretty cool. Definitely something that I want. Hey, look, we got another new Doomsday Clock person here, so thanks for that. Everything we talk about on this channel has nothing to do with Doomsday Clock, so you should be very happy that I'm not pumping up Doomsday Clock. So read some good comics like this new one from Boom, Save Yourself, or this excellent series that I've been reading, 7 Secrets #9. Danielle De Nicuolo on the art, Tom Taylor on the story. This has been such a fun story. And actually, you know what? Kind of got some anime vibes. So you might like this one, Mega Man, aka Rock Light. Cover B here by Jung Gwon Yoon is absolutely phenomenal. I've been loving Seven Secrets. Absolutely phenomenal series. I believe we're only going to get 12 issues total for it. We had that split at issue number 6, but I'm hoping it definitely is something that continues longer than 12 issues. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think these other accounts killed Alexander Babbage. I'm pretty sure they were in a like murder society or something and they killed him. Oh my god. 199 subs. Somebody get Perpetual to 200. And then massage the thumbs down button on all of his videos. Oh my god. Oh no. That is what I heard originally. So that could have changed because Seven Secrets has been doing so good that it may not be. But that was something that was said early on. So I really don't know if that's still true or not. I'm hoping it's not. It's like Silver Coin was only going to be 6 issues, and then we find now it's a ongoing. So who knows? So moving into the comics and graphic novels section, we got Agretsuko Meet Her World number 3. We've got the Sumerian Iron Shadows and Moon number 3. I love comics, man. So the only person that's been mean in the chat so far has been you. We've got something here from Heavy Metal Magazine, Darkwing Unstable Elements, One Shot, Matt Medney, and German Ponce on this one. I love that they do these in this like leather style cover. It's pretty cool. Doctor Who Missy number 3, story about the master who became Missy. Within that, and then here we go. Here it is from Black Mask Comics, God Killer, Tomorrow's Ashes number 1. Matteo Pizzolo, Anna. I'm not even going to try to say that last name, and Nen on the cover art, which this is phenomenal cover art. It's back. So I am actually not familiar with the original God Killer series. Returns to ratchet up the chaos and roar through the comic market, spitting punk rock fury, thundering into your eyeballs and running roughshod across your brain with its often mind-bending, sometimes horrifying, always clever and devious tale of sci-fi magic, apocalyptic sex, and subversive mind bombs. Okay, I'm sold. Sold. With that kind of description, sold. Last previews was the first previews I've actually gotten to sit down and just go through in a while. And so until we catch up to those titles, I'm still kind of in I have no idea what's going on half the time until I look at the Final Order Cutoff. But soon that's going to be changing. And I'll actually be ahead of the game. But this is one that I have not seen yet. And that description has me 100% sold. There is a God Killer trade paperback for Volume 2, Walk Among Us, Part 2. This is issues 4 through 8. So I'm guessing there's 8 issues so far of God Killer, and then this picks up for Volume 3. So originally, God Killer's Tomorrow's Ashes was pushed back and should have come out last week. Okay. Apocalyptic sex and subversive mind bombs sums up my YouTube channel. There's another reason for you to go subscribe to Perpetual Comics. Let's see. Something going on with Black Mass Studios. Still waiting for White 1 to come out. Ordered it March 18th, originally on FOC. Its FOC date, originally when that FOC date was set, I think it was actually not coming out like 3 to 4 weeks later. It was longer than expected. I want to say it's on this week's books that are coming out. I could be wrong. Let me check. June 9th. So it looks like June 9th for White number 1. Oh, wait, here's a name I recognize from the Doomsday cult. Night Owl. It's been a while, Night Owl. Hallmark Universe just pushed him over to 200. We gotta have a celebration now, Perpetual. Yeah. Well, except Jason, it came out in your store, all 6 issues. For those of you that missed out on Kaiju Score from Aftershock Comics, here's your chance to read the Volume 1 trade paperback here by James Patrick and Rem Brew. This was an awesome and fun story. And film rights have been acquired by Sony Pictures. So if you want to catch up on the first arc, go pick this up. Get this on your cutoff this week. Highly recommend it. It's a very good read. Yep. Yeah, June 9th. Absolutely amazing. From Titan Comics, we've got Minky Woodcock, Girl Who Electrified Tesla, number 3 coming out. It has a cover A by David Mack. Phenomenal art as always from David Mack. We have a picture variant here as well. And we've got one more cover here by Claudia Caranfa. Cool cover art on that. I think Sith was reading that story. Yes, he is, because he just can talk about that. And yeah, film rights were acquired before the comic came out. And so, excuse me, I think when issue 1 came out, it was very hyped because of that. But it was a great story. So definitely hyping it for story reasons versus for speculation reasons. Nottingham number 1 is on to a 4th printing. This is a story by David Hazan with art by Shane Connery Volk and colors by Luca Romano. Absolutely have been loving this story. If you're into noir style, dark Robin Hood, but from more of the sheriff's perspective than from Robin Hood's perspective, this is a good story for you to read. I know it's been hard to pick this up. So if you want to catch up on the story, number 1 is getting a 4th print. Number 2 is getting a 3rd print. And number 3 is getting a 2nd print. So that'll get you all caught up. And then you can go ahead and get issue number 4. When it comes out, I think it's not on FOC until maybe next week or the week after. Look at this. Rorschach hates comics and hates Doomsday Clock. Like, that's fantastic. And then another one from Aftershock Comics. We've got Project Patron number 3. This is from Steve Orlando, David Talaski, and Patrick Piazzalungo. 30 years ago, the patron died, only for the United Nations to replace him with the perfect robotic duplicate. Now they're having some issues, and that this is the story about all of that. It's a different kind of superhero story. Aftershock's been putting out some great content, so that's definitely one to look out for. Red Room number 2 from Fantagraphics Books. I didn't make it through issue number 1. The art is so good in it. Ed Piskor, cartoonist, his YouTube channel is Cartoonist Kayfabe, does an excellent job on the art. The story just did not hook me on it. Had some crazy shit going on in it, but just I don't know. It was very wordy considering the action that was happening in it. Hey, what's going on? Comic Deal is here. I have fun trying to pronounce these names, and sometimes I just give up, but sometimes I do an okay job. There's a couple variants here for Red Room number 2. The 1 in 5 here by Nixie. 1 in 10 here. And then a 1 in 15. Also, they're all by Nixie, all these variants. All really different styles, too. So there's been definitely some hype around Red Room, but for me, the story is just okay. Oh, let's see. All right. From AWA Upshot, we have Resistance Uprising number 3 from J. Michael Straczynski. This Resistance world is pretty interesting. I have not gotten to read any of it, but interestingly, it looks like they have the description for moths in Resistance Uprising. Though moths does take place within the Resistance world, I don't know if they meant to do that. So yeah, Moths takes place in the Resistance world. There was a volume 1 of Resistance. This is volume 2. Erratic takes place in Resistance's world. So lots of connected things there. I always am rolling my eyes at Doomsday Clock. Let's see. Wait, what? This one? That is a hero in a costume. I don't know. Aha. Okay, so maybe there is a reason that they put that description in there. It is actually literally, though, I believe this is the exact description of the Moth story, so I don't understand why they just copy paste that into the description for Resistance 3, even if she is showing up there. So moving on, I just went past a book. Vault, Resonant number 10. From what I've heard, this is actually a really good story from Vault. Climax of the second arc. I want to go back and pick up the trades for this because I have not gotten to read this one. We have another heavy metal magazine book on here. Unstable Elements imprint, Savage Circus by Brendan Columbus, collecting issues 1 through 4 of it. Now in comic book format rather than in the format of the magazine. And the new one from Aftershock that I'm 100% getting here, Seven Swords, #1, Evan Daughtery, Andy Clark, Ricardo Matina, a weary and jaded D'Artagnan, yeah, there's me trying to pronounce things again, is drawn into a final conflict with the wicked Cardinal Richelieu, whose ruthless quest for power has led him into the supernatural. But the last musketeer can't defeat these infernal enemies alone. To save the world, he'll need to join forces with 7 iconic swashbuckling heroes: Don Juan, Captain Blood, Cyrano de Bergerac, to name a few. 7 swords who must overcome their host of differences and work together if they have any hope of thwarting the diabolical plans. This is a high adventure with a cutting edge. So this is 100% a book I'm looking forward to. There is a 1:15 ratio there should be for this. This one by J.G. Jones. It's pretty cool art there, kind of more older style looking. Smash that like button like it's a doomsday clock. It would be interesting if they introduced her in that book. I definitely think that's something that would make sense given that the world's connected. Oh my. All right. Anyways, we'll keep moving. Silver City #2. This was a very fantastic story from Aftershock. We have Olivia Cortero Briggs. We've got Roberta Ingranata on the cover art here, and the interior art by Luca Merli. Rue recalls the horrific truth behind her untimely death. Meanwhile, a group discovery about Junie awakens Rue's sense of justice, sending them all on a dangerous mission fraught with unknown peril and some inexplicable new powers. So she is in the afterlife, which seems to be almost a corrupt kind of place, and it's discovered she has powers in the afterlife. And so this is really cool story, and I am all in on this one, and going to continue reading that one. From Valiant, we have Visitor #6 of 6. Visitor pulls trigger on tomorrow once and for all in the epic finale, with a cover B here by Alan Kwa. Getting close to the end here, we have White Widow #7, cover C, wraparound lenticular. And then lastly here, this is my favorite cover for the week, for forever. I don't know. I bought a poster of this cover already, and it's not even out in comic form. You Promised Me Darkness #1 on its 3rd print, with cover art here by Anna Shadowcat, who did the 1:5 ratio cat variant for the first printing. I love this cover. I love it so much, and I'm excited to get this one. I'm definitely thinking this is one of the couple covers to have for this issue #1 if you're looking at speculation and that kind of thing. But this story is absolutely phenomenal. I am all in on the story. As you guys probably know, I had Damien on the channel a while ago. I've done some reviews for the book as well. I love it, absolutely, and looking forward to seeing all 5 issues. Issue 5 is in previews now, so that'll wrap up the first story arc. There will be a second story arc, or more of a spin-off kind of thing going on. Damien is not done with this world when the volume 1 concludes. So things to look forward to in the future with that one. That is it. There is also in here some magazines. So Star Wars Insider number 203, especially if you want this cover here, Baby Yoda and Mandalorian here. All right, let's see. Let's catch up with the chat. Aftershock books are always good. Silver City 1 was decent. Looking forward to what issue 2 has. We got some people that are just really into anime because they had a bad experience with Alexander Babbage. Let's see here. Oh my. All right. Hey, that's good. I love that T. Ravis is loving You Promised Me Darkness. The world definitely needs more cat variants. I'm trying to convince Anna to do more covers. See if it works. Stray Dogs number 1 cat variant by what? I don't know. Oh boy, chat has gone crazy. Are you guys still drinking from Spine Ticks last night? Is that what's happening right now? So we got some other stuff on here: collectibles, toys, some cards. We got some Topps baseball, minor league baseball, Formula One racing. Yeah, so nothing too exciting there. Sometime in the next week is the Behemoth cutoff. I've got a little bit of time here, so I'm just going to go and talk about that with you guys. These would be things that, let me think. They should be the July solicitations here. I haven't seen the exact cutoff date, but I would just go ahead and assume it's today, tomorrow. I believe when we had Victoria on, she thought it was the 23rd or 24th. So I would just go with the assumption that it is happening. If it's happening later this week, which is the other possibility, then you've still got a little bit of time. But MFKZ, which is coming out the end of this month, issue number 2 is on cutoff for this week. And then Spare Parts number 0, which is a one-shot based on the upcoming movie Spare Parts, which is kind of looks like a B horror type movie, but more maybe action and kind of action horror. It looks pretty cool though. I'm looking forward to checking out the movie when that comes out. But it's features a group of women get lost on a random dirt road. A tow truck driver arrives and tows them to his junkyard. And then everything seems normal until they wake up with weapons for limbs and get thrown into the fight of their lives. Speaking of You Promised Me Darkness, issue number 4 has a 2-issue finale for the final arc. And then Freak Snow number 3 here. From the Happy Tank imprint of Behemoth Comics. Kevin Rodatelli and Rob Cannon on that one. What do we got here? What? Yep, MFKZ. And then, so we had Victoria on the channel last week. Cinnamon #1 from the Happy Tank imprint of Behemoth Comics. It looks so good. I haven't gotten to put out my review yet, but it is so much fun to read. And Victoria is an awesome person to talk to. So definitely get your orders in for Cinnamon as soon as possible. I'll just give you the summary here. Cinnamon is your perfectly ordinary average house cat, at least until we get a glimpse of the world through her eyes. Countertops become skyscrapers, cat toys become biker gangs, and perilous giant robots rampage on the daily. Get drop kicked onto the action-packed streets of Big Kitchen City as she lights the dark forces that dare to keep her from her favorite treat, catnip. These are so Behemoth is not yet on Diamond's FOC. They are on what's called an initial order cutoff, but it's acting somewhat like an final order cutoff for them. And so this, I don't know the exact date of it right now. I haven't seen them post the exact ordering cutoff date for these, but it is within the next week. So I would just say treat it as if it's today. And if you want any of these books, this would be the day to get your orders in. I did see that Neighbor to the North posted a picture of his cats, and Victoria shared them on Instagram. Where's copy when you need them? Yeah, and some stores for some reason just don't order these, even though you can tell them to order them, they just still won't. So ordering straight from Behemoth works just as well. The packaging from Behemoth is awesome. It makes you feel like you're getting you're getting some drugs or something. It's pretty funny. So let me continue this, and then I'm going to show you something actually I just got from them. Junkie Cable #3, issue #1 was pretty interesting. It's very, I feel like raunchy is probably the right word. But the art in it is really good, and the story's been pretty interesting. So those are the titles that are in the previews. There's a couple other covers for it. Cinnamon has a cover B and a cover C, which both are awesome. When have you ever seen a McCormick Spices homage here? So we have Mick Spices. Come on, you're never going to see that on another cover. MFKZ's got a cover B and a cover C. And then Spare Parts has a cover B, which is a movie variant, a cover C, which is another movie variant. Yeah, here we go. A heavy punk rock grindhouse of gore is a tagline for the movie. And this one, the cover D, is by Damian Connolly, of course, of You Promised Me Darkness. I love this cover that he did. It's phenomenal. And then there's a cover E here, which also is fantastic. And then You Promised Me Darkness has a cover B and a cover C here. So interesting, while we were on the stream interviewing Victoria last Monday, we were talking about how this would look super cool as a poster. And if you go into the shop, this happened during the stream, you can buy a Cinnamon poster with that on it. I bought mine. It's on its way here now. I'm super excited for that. And if you want, You Promised Me Darkness has either that poster or this one right here with the third printing variant on it. So I ordered both. I'm going to put that up when I get those. Yes. So also, if if you missed it, there is MFKZ number 1. You can't order it from their website, but there is a Garbage Pail Kids crossed with Cyberpunk 2077 homage. That's a 1:10 ratio, I want to say, or something like that. Yeah, Spare Parts definitely sounds interesting. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Grindhouse of Gore, otherwise known as the Panels and Pint Show. Spare Parts looks like it needs some scientific investigation. Cover E was an homage to Planet Terror. That is good to know. This one right here. Awesome. I like that cover. I did not know that it was homaging something. I am sorry to hear that, Perpetual, because I believe it's sold out everywhere now. I even looked. Midtown is officially sold out. It is sold out on Behemoth's website. The possibility is that there will be a second printing, but it is not confirmed. And so I don't want to say that for sure there will be. But God, is it such a good story. I hope that they reprint it and have a printing that everyone can then go and get the book that missed out, because I think that's one we don't want to miss. And there's going to be a spin-off follow-up type series. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Andy's working on that right now. I believe you should be able to buy it digitally, at least for the moment. But I do not know for sure where that could be. Yeah, so definitely that is the Behemoth stuff that's on their initial order cutoff. This is the Garbage Pail Kids variant here for cover C of MFKZ. Absolutely lots of good stuff coming from Behemoth right now, so I figured I'd drop that for you guys. These books will come out in July, and cut off at the end of this month for ordering. Let me do this. There I am. Ha! Yeah, definitely. He's not too far from you, I don't think. So once you guys are able to do that, go hit him up. Kept telling him that you guys needed to find each other over there. Hey, look who's somewhere here. Hey, T. Ravis. Hey. Oh, man. Well, welcome in. I'm about to end here, but I just want to show this. So I might be a little bit biased about Behemoth. Definitely love their books. So I got a Behemoth is not a cult shirt from them that just arrived yesterday when I got back from Pensacon. It was in the mailbox. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching the Final Order Cutoff. And that is all I have for right now, but come back 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight. Matthew Ehrman and Lisa Sturl will be on the channel, and this time I am in the right time zone, so I will not fuck that up again. But I appreciate you guys watching, and those of you that have subscribed to the channel, aren't talking about Doomsday Clock, liked the video, all of that. I really appreciate you guys. And those of you that went over and subscribed to Perpetual, got him to 200. I appreciate you guys for doing that. There's not a Sparks discount code for Behemoth. I'm not going to sit here and create a video and ask them for that kind of stuff, because some other channel does that, and that's just silly. But yeah, I need to sort some comics as well, Phil. I have some stacks of comics from the con, and I need to figure out where to put them right now. So that is what I'll be doing this afternoon. Thank you, Neighbor to the North and Perpetual. Man. But yeah, just add the Sparks sent me in the comments. Hey, that's cool too. Yeah, if you put that in the comments and tell them that I sent you guys over there to order straight from their website, that's cool. I love Behemoth. They're great people. So definitely hit up their books and check out all the new stuff they've got coming out. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I will see you guys at 8 p.m. And we have a great interview for you guys coming tonight. I did not play this clip earlier, so we'll end it on this.
Woody.